Hello everyone. So if you've clicked on this video, it's probably because you want to see some wigs, some new style wigs, or you're just interested about the company that I'm talking about. But luckily for you, I hate myself enough to keep buying wigs, even though I don't have the money to. But this wig company, Webster Wigs, makes such a good quality wigs, I couldn't help myself because they had just come out with some new styles, and I really fell in love with the style Khloe that they just came out with. And also, I bought these wigs during Christmas, so it was a Black Friday sale, so I shouldn't be too hard on myself, even though I am. But I bought 3 new colors in the style Khloe, and I'll link them down below, and forgive me if I forgot the name, but they'll be linked down below, so you can just click on them if you like them. But the wigs come in these cute little bags like this, and they come with tissue paper, and they're really nicely wrapped and everything. Okay, so the first wig I'm going to be talking about is called Rooted Platinum Steel. Now, I'm going to link all these wigs down below, and I will be trying them on at the end so you can see what they look like on a person, but right now I'm just going to be showing you what they look like. So this is Rooted Platinum Steel. It's a black rooted wig and then fades down into a white toned platinum gray. Now, their new style, Khloe, is supposed to simulate a more natural look, which is why I really loved it. It starts off very straight and then goes into a wavy texture and then flows into layered semi-curls, which I really like. Another thing that I like about this new style is that it has a wider part, so you can part it easier and whichever way you want. And also the part lining is a little bit thicker than their other wigs, as you can see right here. These wigs also do come with about 5 or 6 inches of lace. I already cut mine down, so if that worries you, just know that there's more lace that you can play around with when you get your own. These wigs also do come with secure clips inside. There's 3. There's 2 on the side and then 1 on the bottom, so that way you can secure them to your head so they don't move. They also come with adjustable straps. If you're like me and you have a smaller head, you can fit it so it's more tight. Or if you want it to be more secure when you're walking around, you don't want it to shift, then you have the combs and the straps in there to make sure it stays in place and does not move. So this is the first wig, Rooted Platinum Steel. Alright, so the second wig I have is one that I have been dying for, but they were always sold out in the color. Luckily, the new style that they just made, they had made it in this color. It is Rooted Ash Blonde. It's a dark brown rooted wig, and then it fades into an ash blonde, but it also has like this gray tone in it. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it's of course like literally ash blonde. Like it's gray mixed with this dirty blonde color, and I think it's so beautiful. And like the other wig, it does have a thicker part, the secure combs, and the tightening straps inside. I already cut down the lace on this one, but it also fades into that very semi-curled layered look, and it is very beautiful. The length of these wigs is actually pretty long. I think they're all about 30 inches, but if I'm wrong, I will link it down below, but I'm pretty sure that it is 30 inches long, so it is a lot of hair. And also, these wigs are like super thick, so if you're not used to thick hair, or you want to try a wig with like really good quality hair, I would recommend these. Alright, so the third and final wig I have is definitely out of my comfort zone. I love colored wigs, but I've never had one that had every single color on it. So this one is called Rooted Rainbow Sunset, and the name basically speaks for itself. It is a dark blue rooted wig that fades into purple, mixes in with a blue, then goes into magenta, orange, yellow, green, more pink, then fades down into a orange. It is really beautiful like the other wigs. It's long, it's thick, it's pretty, has that natural style, security clips and all of that. One thing that I did notice about this wig that was different from the others was that it did seem to have less hair in the front and was a little thinner, as you can see. I thought I was a little bit crazy at first, but then I was like comparing all these wigs and I was like, nope, it's definitely thinner. I do like when the wigs are thicker in the front because unlike real hair, when these strands fall out, they don't grow back. So I do wish it was a little bit thicker so when I'm brushing it and the strands are falling out, I don't look freaking bald in the front. But that's probably my only complaint. It'd probably be fixed through styling because I can flip more of this hair over or just leave it as is. But I did notice that about this wig, that it did seem to be a little bit thinner in the front than the rest of them. I don't know if it's just this one wig or if it's the whole batch or the way they made them. Maybe it's because it's got color and the colors are harder to make for this. I don't know, but it did seem to be a little bit thinner in the front than the rest of them. So if you are interested in this wig, just know that it's not a problem. I will try it on and see how it looks, but it is a little bit thinner in the front than the rest of them. So I'm going to try these all on now so you can see what they actually look like on. So stay tuned for that. So the sun went down, so I had to change spots to film, but luckily this one has better lighting to see the wig in. This is Khloe in Ash Blonde, and I absolutely love it. It's really full, really dense, very long. It's 30 inches long, and it goes to right about my waist, as you can see. I didn't style it or anything because I'm just going to be taking this wig off to show you guys the other one, so it didn't really seem important to style them since I'm just going to be throwing them on and off. But this is what it looks like right out of the bag, just brush. And I think it doesn't really need to be styled. It's really pretty as is. But if styling wigs is your thing, go for it. But I think it's really beautiful as is. It's really thick, really full, like I said. But I also love that these wigs, when you part them, you can't see the tracks. I've bought some wigs from other companies before where you part them to style them and you can see the tracks. So it's kind of a bummer when that happens. But these ones don't have that, so don't worry. It has a really nice part. Looks very natural. I am so happy that I really like this wig because I've been wanting it for so long and it's so beautiful. Let me show you the back. I don't know how well that translates on camera because I'm a back turn, but that's what it looks like from the back. But yeah, I really love this wig. I'm gonna try on the other two to show you guys and I'm really excited to see them. So I'll be right back. This is the wig Rooted Platinum Steel, and like the Ash Blonde, it is very full, it's very long, and you can't see the tracks when you part it, which is a really good thing. Because when you're styling wigs like these, you don't want to like have to lift it up to style it and then see the tracks and then have to backtrack and try and cover them, which I like. And it's also really long, it goes to right about my waist. And I can't say anything bad about this wig because it's like perfect. Even the part is really beautiful. One thing that I will say is that the more unnatural a color that you get from this wig company, or any wig company for that matter, the more shiny it's gonna be. That is just all around the same with every wig company that you're gonna buy from. So if you get crazy colors like green or silver gray, purple, blue, or whatever, they're going to tend to be more shiny than natural colored hairs. So browns, blacks, blondes, or any other colors like that, they're going to be a little bit more dull than the crazier colors. So in this fluorescent light bulb lighting, these are going to look a lot more shiny, but I'll tell you that in natural light they don't look as shiny as they're coming off right now. But if you are worried about wearing a shiny wig, I will say that using wig powder that you can buy online, or even dry shampoo from the store, you can spray it on these wigs and just lightly brush it through and it'll tone down the shininess of pretty much any wig. But I don't really mind the shininess of wigs, to be honest, because I don't really care. But if you do, I would say that dry shampoo is probably a better option. Wig powder for dusting on wigs is kind of messy, but dry shampoo you can kind of just spray it on and then brush it through until you reach your desired shininess, I guess, or less shininess. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't really have anything bad to say about this wig. Hold on, let me show you from the back what it looks like because I didn't do that. But yeah, I'm gonna try on the last and final wig for you guys. Also ignore that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go try on that wig. I'll be back. All right, so this is the last and final wig that I have to show you guys. This is actually the only wig that I initially had a complaint with in the beginning, and I think I still stand by it to this point right now. The one complaint that I did have was that it was too thin, and I own about 11 or 10 wigs from this company, and they're all beautiful and perfect, but this one specific wig right here just seems more thin, and it gets a lot more tangly easier than the rest of them, which I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's all like really crazy colors, or maybe it's just this one specific wig that I got. Maybe I got like a not so gray A+ wig, but I think you guys can see at the top right here that it does seem to be a little bit thinner than the other wigs that I showed you. It's not as full right here. Like even the part you can tell is just a little bit more thinning than the other wigs that I had showed you previously. And it's also a little bit more dry and not as soft than the other wigs that I had shown you, which makes it get more tangly easier. Like I can't even run my fingers all the way through it without it stopping, which I mean is not that big of a deal, but it's just something to be cautious about. If you are to get this wig, just know that the one that I have right now does seem to get a little bit more tanglier than others and is a little bit more thin. Who knows, maybe you buy it and yours is like perfectly soft and a lot more full, but I'm just putting that out there just in case, because I do know that the crazier color a wig is, the more it differs from the rest of them, more natural colored wigs. So yeah, I don't know if that has to do with this wig and why it is the way it is in comparison to the others, but that's just something to think about when you're gonna buy wigs, and maybe even this one. But other than that, aside from the fact that it is a little bit more thinner in the front than the rest of them, it still holds up all the way through, because you can't see the tracks when I lift it, and it is very long and full, just like the rest of the other wigs that I showed you. It's just that one thing that it's thinner at the top and that it seems to be more coarse and a little bit easier to tangle than the other ones. But other than that, I still love this wig. I loved it when I got it. I love it now because it is a very beautiful color. The thinning part thing isn't that big of a deal for me, because I guess I can just like style it different or tease it. Okay, maybe I don't want to tease it because then that'll just damage the hair more, but I can style it differently to make it look more full. But other than that, it's a really beautiful wig. It does look shiny, but like I said before, you can just use like wig powder or dry shampoo. But it is very fun and very pretty. And other than the thinning and the tangling, that's all fine. I don't care because those are easy fixes. But also, I would say that if you're gonna buy these wigs, I would probably invest in one of these. It's a brush specifically for wigs. It's a wig brush. I bought mine with these wigs. Well, actually I didn't buy it. It came with it because I bought so much that they threw in a free gift. But it definitely does help to brush out these wigs. Using a normal brush on wig hair can actually damage the wig because it tends to pull out more hair than a normal brush. So if you are gonna get wigs, I would recommend buying a wig brush specifically. It doesn't have to be from this company. You can buy one on Amazon or eBay. They're like $1. They're really cheap, even at your local beauty store. But it brushes the wigs out a lot more easier than a comb would, or even a brush. So just think about that. But yeah, so that would be the end of this video. I've thoroughly went through all the wigs and all the possibilities with these wigs. If you want to see more wig videos in the future, more makeup videos in the future, maybe I might do a cooking video or even have my best friend on my channel. I don't know. Hit like and subscribe, or you don't even have to like this video, just subscribe. I don't really care. But yeah. Also, if you like this makeup look for whatever reason, I just put that video up. It should be up before this one, so you can go check that one out if you'd like. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna end the video right here, but thank you guys for watching. Bye.